morning, second graders. I have got a fish project to do with you. It looks really involved, and it is. We first did the bubble wrap. The last time I videoed was making the bubble wrap or any kind of textured background for our underwater sea scene. I'm taking my dried textured paper. I'm going to get a paper plate. If you have a paper plate, I'm going to trace the plate's a little bigger than the paper, that's okay. Trace a circle. I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to glue it into my plate, which goes in a little bit. This project is a dimensional project, so there's different layers. Here's my pot of glue. Do your window of glue. To the edges. And then we're going to work on some fish once this background is glued in. Getting it around the edge. Okay. Grab it. I think you should put your name on the edge somewhere on the front. It's a good idea to put it on the front because if you want to post these, I can see who did it and what class you're in. Okay, I'm mushing it in there. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's my textured underwater sea scene. Okay, now I'm going to work on if you have any firm paper, this happens to be yellow, but it could be any color, start drawing some fish. And you could do, and I posted in the lesson different shaped fish that you could work from, like you might want to do, not too big because you're going to put them in here. I would do at least 3. So I'm drawing 1. And be creative with this. There's his little tail. 1. Maybe the fin. Little fins. That's 1. We'll color them later. And make them go different directions. This one could go this way because they're swimming. And maybe one that's very simple. I like the open mouth, like bubbles can be coming out of his mouth. And then you could put some designs on them, stripies, you could do circles, have fun with your designs. Just kind of, this one has dots. Okay, so you're going to cut them out. I just did 3. Chunk it out so it's comfortable to cut. Chunk each one out and then go around. Now I do want to say, moms or dads or older siblings can help you raise these. Make them a little dimensional into your background by using cardboard. I'm going to show you. Cardboard or foam core, whatever you've got. You could even use a big button or bead to raise the back of the fish up. I'm cutting these out. Going around the tail. I don't want to rush, but there's a couple of steps to this project. And it doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but I want you to get the idea. In fact, with all these projects, they don't have to look like mine. I give you a guideline. There's the little guppy mouth. You could detail it as much as you want, in and around the tail. Okay, this is what I'm talking about the raised fish. So these are just little pieces of foam core squares. They could be cardboard if you don't have foam core, or it could be anything. But you want to just cut squares and glue them. So like this is a single square, you just want to glue and stack to make them a little raised. And just hold them there. You could go maybe 3 high or 2 high to get different levels. Here, I could show you, put them in, but I think I want to give it a little color. So use your markers and just color your fish. You know, have fun coloring, take your time. I'm not taking my time here because I want you to see the full effect. You know, I want you to see the process, but you can take your time. You could do one at a time. I'm kind of working on all 3 at the same time. Dark blue stripe. Okay. I could also touch them up once they're on the background. So now you're just going to take, I'll do a very high one. I'm taking a 3-tiered foam core, and I'm going to put this guy on there, press, and then glue the bottom, and and put him into your background. He's very high. Maybe I'll do a double one. Do I have a double one? Here's a double one. I just made a double one. Little blob of glue. Go like that. It's okay if you see a little bit of the background. And he's swimming in a different direction. Get him on there. And this one could be very shallow. This one could be low. A lot of glue on that one. Put this one here. Glue them in. Just let that set for a little bit. And I'll be back to show you how to make seaweed and maybe some seashells. So far we've got this. And this is my finished one. So we'll be back to show you the seaweed.